And we're back and we're alive.
Yeah!
A whole minute early. Who would have thunk it? Y'all were doubting us.
There's one thing that's not here that usually is, and that's why we're early. Nick.
Sounds like Nicholas. It's what makes us late.
Yep. It's always his fault when we're late.
We had to replace him today. We have the one and only Alex Caruso with us. How you doing, Alex?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. Can't wait to do some underdog drafts with the boys. I'll draft in one team together. Does not get any better than that. There might be some arguments. Some me and Sexy P might have some
get in a little tussle.
But hey, we're here for it's the Shorts gang on this couch, so I'm all for it.
There we go.
One thing you know for sure, Alex greater signed Nick, and with the three of us, we are drafting a championship team. So if you're not already in the Discord, link is down below. Go join that. That is how you get into these underdog drafts with us. And if you haven't already deposited, first-time depositors get a 100% match deposit bonus on the app. So make sure you go hit that up. What is up, Brian?
The Frenchman.
All right, link is going to be dropped.
Kelsey wants you to fix your shorts. Looks like a Speedo.
No, more spread. More
spread. Yeah. You can never have enough spread.
That's what I've been saying. All right. Link is getting dropped. Have at it.
Join up.
I got to add everyone. Can't forget to add everyone. Everyone, let's eat. It's time to eat, everyone.
They're joining quick.
Oh, is it? We're firing it off?
It's going to fill up.
What's up, big dogs? Dang, Caruso, the loins are out. The loins are looking thick.
The loins, yeah.
I just want to smack them.
Loin season. You can do whatever we want. If we win the $2 million, you can.
We're all eating tenderloins. Tenderloins on me. Oh, draft is starting in 60 seconds, boys.
Damn, that felt fast.
We are on a heater this morning.
When Nick's not here. The people want to play.
I guess it's not really this morning, but what's good with this? Get this out of here.
You good?
I don't know. Why is this not?
Oh, it's because you're not on the underdog.
Right. I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
oh my God. There we go. Let's go.
Sweet.
We're ready.
We're drafting 110. Okay.
It's kind of a shit spot.
It is. But you know, at the turn, we'll make a couple dominating picks as we do. What's going on, guys? Whitey legs. At least they're not as hairy as Nicholas's.
That's true.
Y'all want to see some hairy legs? I'll pull up in shorts next time.
Not Noah's. Remember when Noah had that one video with his legs out?
We're a big loin brand, all right? We like showing some thighs around here.
So you're going to give the people what they want. Don't unsexy. He's engaged.
Oh, that's right.
First live stream as an engaged man.
Do these people even know?
I mean, I'm sure some of them know. But I'm sure most of them don't know that I am now officially engaged.
Officially a married man. Hate to see it.
And yet I'm still leaving the country.
I know. Your plan didn't work.
Yeah. Tried to fool the U.S. government, but the U.S. government can't be fooled.
U.S. government was like, it's not going to work if you get married. And you were like, oh, yeah? How about now?
And they're like, still doesn't work.
You're like, we still don't care. U.S. government was like, take her too. We'll ship both of you out. All right. First pick is coming up.
Damn, 5 receivers off the board.
I mean, that's kind of how it should be, right?
Like first 5 picks, though? That's pretty crazy.
It's all about the wide receivers nowadays. Hate to admit it, but it is. I like the good old days when we used to all just draft workhorse running backs and not have to worry about much. You know.
Do you think you're going to abandon your RB heavy draft strategy this year?
I have to. It's just the times.
It is our pick. Travis Kelce is still on the board.
I like Travis Kelce
a
lot.
This should be an auto lock.
Really? It's an auto lock, huh?
Auto lock.
I think so.
So I was doing a slow draft the other day. And I started with Travis Kelce, I think at the 106 or something. And I love how my team is on.
Yep.
Not having to worry about a tight end for the rest of the draft is so money. And I'm going to take him right here. And then also, I mean, you can still load up on great wide receivers. Like we're going to have another pick coming up here soon. Maybe Jalen Waddle falls to us. Rule of thumb, by the way, if you like someone, you can't talk positively about them.
True.
Because everybody in this draft loves sniping us. And they're all a bunch of assholes. So they'll do it to you.
Well, hey, either way, we're getting either Amon-Ra or Jalen Waddle. Yep. I think that's a win.
I like both of those guys. Do you have a preference?
Personally, wait, is this half or full PPR?
It's half. You know what's half.
It's half.
It's
half. So
I might go Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Regardless of the settings, I like Jalen Waddle more than Amon-Ra.
Really?
I just think his upside is higher.
Full PPR?
Even playing behind like another wide receiver, even though the Dolphins have literally nobody outside of Hill or Waddle to throw to.
I mean, you could say the same thing about the Lions. Who do they have outside of Amon-Ra to throw to? Jameson Williams going to be
That's a good point.
out for 6
Good
weeks.
point, but he's not playing with Tyreek Hill at a 30% target share.
You're saying that's a good thing or a bad thing?
That's not I think it's a bad thing for Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Great players are going to get targets. So I don't know. I might go with Amon-Ra, but I think Jalen Waddle. Tyreek Hill misses a game. Jalen Waddle.
We know you love Jalen Waddle a little bit too much. Would you call him the number 1 fantasy player overall?
If Tyreek Hill gets hurt.
Oh, you need to throw in that caveat.
It's a big if.
Yeah, it's a big if.
What if he only misses half a game?
Say that Jalen Waddle is the best fantasy asset you can have this year. It's
I'd
funny.
I'd be lying. I'd be lying to the people. Maybe if I had pants on, I would go with Jalen Waddle as the number 1
You would feel
player.
more confident.
Yeah, I'd feel more confident, but
you feel exposed.
Yeah, I feel exposed. Like the loins are out. My Jalen Waddle takes her out, so it definitely holds everything back a little bit.
Physically, you're already exposed. You don't want to get emotionally exposed by confessing your Jalen Love Waddle. I get it. Check this out though. I did a puppy draft and Travis Kelce went number 1 overall. Mark Andrews was the guy's 2nd pick.
Wow.
Damn.
That's a stack right there if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and in no tight end premium, that's a little too much.
Hear me out though. Travis Kelce, your auto starter every single week as tight end. Mark Andrews in the flex.
Like that doesn't seem that good, that valuable though. Like Mark Andrews, if you compare him to the wide receivers,
yep.
Where would Mark Andrews fall if he was a wide receiver? Where would he go in drafts?
Well, if he's going in the 2nd round, if he was a wide receiver.
If he was a wide receiver, where would he go in drafts?
Probably like the 20s.
I don't think it would change.
You don't think so?
But the positional value.
The positional value makes his value go up for sure.
But the overall points that he's scoring.
Maybe.
Like, would you rather have him or Amari Cooper if they were wide receivers? Both wide receivers.
Just trying to imagine Mark Andrews as only. Yeah. Okay. I see your point. Probably Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if Amari Cooper was a tight end,
well, then taking Amari Cooper.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Fair point. You make good points. Anybody know if these guys got real jobs?
Nope.
What do you think we're doing? What do you think we're doing? This is our real job. All right.
Is it?
It is. It was. It used to be until we got fired.
Put up Josh's comment there. Yeah.
What do you think of CMC falling to me at the 106? I think it was a good pick by you. Like we've been talking about a little bit though. It's just it's the times of the wide receivers. Those are the guys that put up those ceiling plays, and especially in best ball when you don't have to make start sit decisions and you can kind of just collect a bunch of handcuffs at the end and hope that one comes into prominence. I think that's just the way to go.
I kind of like that value though. Like I feel like you got to go Jefferson, Chase 1, 2, but then when you get to Tyreek Hill at 3, maybe you go Cooper Kupp at 4, but I might go Christian McCaffrey over those 2.
Yeah, I'm shoot for the moon all day, every day. I love CMC at the 106. And if he stays healthy,
value.
he plays 17 games, probably the running back 1 in fantasy football. Anyone but Deebo Samuel here, please.
You don't like Deebo?
I hate Deebo this year.
What about Keenan? You hate Keenan?
I like Keenan Allen.
Honestly, I don't actually like any of these wide receivers.
I like Najee here. I don't mind him at all.
I don't mind him.
I hate Najee.
But like not minding
do
someone.
not take Najee.
What about
take Gibbs?
ETN?
No.
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 Gibbs is fine.
Take
Gibbs?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan.
That's Najee Harris. You just drafted Najee Harris.
Oh no. Oh, I forgot I queued him up. I thought I had Gibbs.
No, you didn't have him queued up. You actually hit the draft button on Najee Harris.
Did I just do that? Did I just pull a stupid?
Yeah,
you did.
Wait. Rewind the tape. You're telling me I just hit Najee Harris's name and hit draft?
Yes, you did.
I think you did.
See, this is the problem with having no eyesight. I could have sworn I hit Keenan Allen. They're color coded and everything. I can't believe I just did that. Man,
it's tough.
Just like that.
In the 3rd round, we're toast. Well, this was a good stream, guys. All right, we'll catch you next week. Make sure you deposit on Underdog. Use promo code DIMES. Get in these drafts with us, and then you get free money because I don't know how to draft.
It's gonna happen.
Najee Harris. We really dislike Najee Harris like that, though.
Yeah, I like Najee Harris.
I hate Najee Harris.
Why?
He's not a good running back. He never has been. And like the Steelers aren't a good enough team to overcome the fact that he's bad. They're going to involve Jaylen Warren more and more every year. I feel like it just kind of feels like Zeke and Pollard already.
But like already old and fat.
Yeah.
Damn. He got so happy so quick.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't know. He just,
But he was so much
He
better.
never excites me.
He was so much better in the back half after he had some time
Was
to
he?
recover from that List Frank injury. Like people have been posting all his splits, and they're like big difference. He was like top 10 in a lot of advanced metrics over the last like 9 weeks.
I feel like I remember Nick posting his splits and them being no difference.
I'm just telling you what the people are talking about.
All right. I mean, we
So
can go
what are-
back. We can go back to Jameer Gibbs here.
I mean, Deebo Samuel's still on the board.
Just we shouldn't. I give you a million reasons why not to draft
Do
Deebo
it.
Samuel.
Give the
Give him-
million. You have
you have
16
Give the
seconds.
million. All right, 3. There's only
Hurry.
been 8 wide receiver ones for teams outside the top 25
Hurry.
in pass attempts. They've been outside the top 25 3 out of the last 4 years.
All right, Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy, I'm 4. Gibbs, I'm 4.
I hate that we're going double running back here, but we're just gonna
We're
do
doing
it.
it.
Especially with Jameer Gibbs.
But did you hear what I said? 8 wide receiver ones in the last 10 years have come from teams that are outside the top 25 in pass attempts. Every year
he's
that-
due.
he's
so due.
he's
Well,
one of the,
it
he's
sounds
one of the 8 to do it.
Well, how do you know that they're going to be not top 25? Like that's not very.
But they've
you said
been
top 25,
so-
right?
Yeah, they've been outside the top 25 every year of Debo's career that he's played 8 or more games. 3
Okay.
years. All 3 years that he's played like more than half the season when they've had a really good defense, he is literally like they've been bottom of the pass attempts.
Okay. So
Like-
yeah, I
But they also
They
have
probably
George Kittle.
will.
They have Brandon Ayuk. They have Christian McCaffrey. Like you have 3 other target fiends and a team that doesn't throw the ball at a top half rate in the league.
yeah. I'm definitely not in on Debo this year.
Yeah. There's just other players with a higher ceiling. Like if Brandon Ayuk got hurt week 1, sure, but those
Even
guys stay
even
healthy-
Ayuk kind of did out target him and get more yards than him.
Yeah, well,
felt like last
why
year.
not just take Ayuk at cost? That's my problem.
At cost, at price. Drafting players right at ADP.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
Exactly.
I love doing that. Except
Love
But
drafting
not-
players where they're supposed to go.
yeah.
Nothing better.
All right. This next round, we need a wide receiver.
We do.
I
Need one
don't
bad.
I don't like how skinny we're getting at wide receiver. We're looking like Devonta Smith out there.
If we had just taken Keenan Allen instead of Najee Harris,
Yeah, can you imagine?
I tried,
world.
man. I really did. I did my best effort here.
So, I thought that counts.
What do we got? What are we doing today, boys? He's not going as a wide receiver 1. I think you're talking about
But
Debo.
he's wide receiver 17. So like what's the point of drafting him at wide receiver 17 if he's not going to finish the wide receiver 1? Like that, it's just not likely. Take it better. I'll take it one step further. There's only been 15 wide receiver 2s over the last 10 years.
It just sounds like he's due.
I don't know, those teams
15
low-
over the last 10 years.
Sorry, 20. It's 25 top 24s. So there's one.
You
There's
gotta
about.
repeat that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
there's about 2 top 25 wide receivers per year that come from teams with that low passing volume.
Okay.
But there's the teams that are going to be doing it this year, projected wise, are like the Colts, Michael Pittman, the Falcons with Drake London, the Packers with Christian Watson.
Then
like-
the Packers are projected to be one of the most run heavy teams.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not true.
I can see it. Who's going first between all those? Debo went here in the
Debo
early
is-
4th.
Debo
that the
is-
early
Drake
fourth or the
Drake
back
London goes after him. Christian Watson goes after him.
what about
Treylon
DJ Moore
Burks.
though? They could be a bottom.
That's going to be a
7
very
run-
run heavy
uh,
team.
Same thing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're off on DJ Moore.
Yes. I mean, like the Bears last year, someone posted the other day, they averaged 15 catchable targets per game. The Vikings averaged 30
I mean,
catchable targets. So like that's like saying that like a 30% target share on the Bears is like equal to a 15% target share on the Vikings.
damn.
That's pretty
That-
crazy.
That feels like some Justin Fields slander
Yeah.
right there. You don't like Justin
I
Fields
love
either?
I like Justin Fields
I don't know,
because the
man.
rushing volume. I just don't like DJ Moore.
That's fair.
Except there's going to be those teams every year where they make that jump, and it feels
Totally.
like
Yeah.
like the Eagles.
Yeah.
Were you off the Eagles last year then, like Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, because they were run heavy?
But they were going so late.
They were.
Yeah. Devontae Smith was going like outside the top 30 wide receivers.
Okay, I know we just talked shit about Michael Pittman and all those like low volume
Tyler
passing
Lockett.
offense.
I like JSN, Tyler Lockett here as well.
Really?
Or even Deontay.
Yeah, I like Deontay Johnson too.
Deont. Oh my God. JSN. I have no shares of JSN, so I think I'm gonna go with JSN.
The rookie.
I love JSN.
You love
Only
JSN.
the 2 wide receivers ever to hit a 90 plus PFF grade as teenagers. 2 ever.
JSN, and is he in the NFL already?
Yes.
As a 19-year-old.
Yep. Well, like was a 19-year-old when he
When he
hit,
hit it?
like a 90 plus PFF grade in
So, like,
college.
Is it
In
like
college,
Jamar
okay.
Chase? Like
It's Jamar Chase.
Okay,
It's
okay.
Jamar Chase and JSN who out targeted Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave in their last college season together. As a sophomore, he out targeted Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson.
Someone's trying to call me right now.
I'm telling you,
Get out of here.
JSN.
I do love Jay. I feel like
He's the
just
player
is
we
like
need.
guaranteed to hit.
Yeah.
I don't see any way he doesn't, considering everything he's.
I actually
gone through.
like the Seattle landing spot because I think he'd be like a top 20 wide receiver in some other teams. And
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, so you like the landing spot because it's lowered its value?
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Look at this. Alexander Madison
No.
shooting
Dude.
up ranks. I just think it's interesting that he's all the way up here. to be
Oh, I thought you
honest.
were
Do we
take him.
consider going for the Seahawks stack with Lockett?
No.
No.
What about Deontay?
I would like Michael
I-
Pittman more.
I would like.
We also have
Deontay.
Najee Harris.
I would like Deontay more too.
You still like Johnson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Deontay Johnson. Oh man.
So-
What about Mike Evans? Mike Evans underrated? No.
I like Mike
I hear
Evans.
no underrated Mike
but-
Evans takes.
Deontay over Evans though.
Mike Evans finished in the top 30 wide receivers in just 5 games last year.
Oh no, he was bad.
Yeah.
Me and Mike Evans had a heated
Yeah,
rivalry
okay.
last
Oh,
year.
okay, my bad.
He
I
didn't
don't-
know about it.
I didn't
but
know about it.
We had it.
Yeah, it was definitely there. Do you know what Deontay's least targets over the last 3 years is?
Probably
In
something
one
stupid
game?
like
Or
7.
in a season?
No, like in a season. Lowest.
Oh, in
Uh,
a full
3 years.
season? I can't do math like that.
130.
147 is his
Damn.
lowest in 3 years.
So
That's
what's
what
that
I'm
per
saying.
game?
That
Quick
is
math. Do math.
like it's like 8.5, 9 per game,
Wow.
somewhere around there.
That's pretty crazy because like I never understood why Deontay Johnson and George Pickens are going so close to each other in drafts. I feel like Deontay should be going at least 2 rounds ahead of him.
Yeah.
Just based on how many targets he gets, and yet people don't seem to care about that at all.
Yeah, yeah. It's
They're
a
like,
little over
George
8 targets.
Pickens, he made that one sick catch.
I don't know why this got me, but it did.
It's just the tip.
Anyways, okay, so what about do you know anything about the target share in Pittsburgh? Like you brought up the fact that 15% of a target share in Minnesota means way more than 30% in Chicago. What is the value of a target share in Pittsburgh?
I'm pretty sure that they were around like they were the top half of the league in I think catchable passes per game.
Mhm.
Like right around the mid tier, like a bit above San Francisco. Like they're right around the mid tier. Where like
Okay.
the Falcons and the Bears were at like 15 and 17 catchable targets per game.
Yikes.
That was like by far the bottom in the NFL. Like because those teams like did not pass much at all.
We're not ignoring you, Kelsey.
Deontay sucks. Why does everybody like him?
Man's targets. Do
He
you,
does
do you
get
know?
targets.
Like, can you name?
But like I was saying, it feels like they're feels like garbage targets. It feels like the Pittsburgh Steelers offer targets similar to like the Falcons where they're just uncatchable.
Totally, but at the same time, it's like there's 4 players to out target Deontay over the last 2 years.
Jerry Rice,
Yeah, no, I wish.
Justin Jefferson,
Justin Jefferson's 1,
Stephon Diggs,
Stephon Diggs,
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams.
and
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, dude, I was gonna.
That's
get
the
there. I was gonna
entire
get there.
list of people out targeting him over a 2-year span, and he's going as the wide receiver 38.
Yeah, ridiculous. I'm all in on Deontay. I don't know why he's so undervalued.
And he had 40% of his team's end zone targets last year and had 0 touchdowns.
Damn, how do you have all these stats in your head?
I mean, like I write so many of these Twitter threads and podcasts. Like you just like
You just
they get-
memorize all.
like
the
I'm going.
stats.
This
I'm
is our
like
job, sexy.
I'm like going to bed with night lights that say Deontay Johnson's target share on my ceiling. I just got him installed. Like get the loins out, get his targets out, and call it a day.
Dalvin
Oh,
Cook
girl.
going in the 7th round as a like a player not on
free
any
agent.
team.
What do you think's the best team he can end up on this year? Like, what's the best possible situation for
I
him?
actually don't really think there's a landing spot that I'm gonna be enthusiastic about.
Yeah,
Dalvin
me
Cook.
neither. Maybe I was gonna say Kansas City, but even that, not really.
Nah, I mean if he signed, I can't even really imagine him in Kansas City. I guess because like it feels like he would just try to do what Pacheco does, but like why not just use Pacheco at that point?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's kind of Minnesota or bust for me with Dalvin. To be honest, I think he's just kind of off my
Is the
board now.
Dolphins like everyone keeps talking about a good spot though? Like everyone mentions Dolphins. Like is that
I don't
be a
think it
committee.
even is. It's gonna be such a committee if they for some reason added him.
Well, they'd have to release either Mostert or
what would be the
Wilson.
most
not releasing
annoying
FA.
spot? Maybe the Falcons with Bijan.
Well,
But like,
yeah, then he's worth.
I think
nothing.
realistically, if he signed with the Falcons, that would be. Oh shit, are we drafting?
No.
Are we up? Okay,
I think the
Um,
Bengals would be hilarious. Him and Joe Mixon.
that would be pretty funny. But if he went to the team like the Falcons, it would just be like Dalvin Cook's career is over. Like
Yeah,
he's just
true. Good point.
strictly riding bench.
Yeah.
I don't
But,
think there's any way the Falcons have any interest in Dalvin Cook.
No.
No. Eagles would be an
Ooh.
annoying spot.
DeAndre Swift going
What
here.
about the Bears? It's Roshan Johnson and Khalil Herbert.
I would like that for Dalvin.
Yeah, that'd be a good spot.
He can
for
at
him.
least assert himself as the alpha there, the workhorse a little bit, as much as you can. David Montgomery. We already have Gibbs.
Don't mind Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, I also like James Conner.
I don't mind James
Conner's
Conner.
here. I like James Conner.
Do you know James Conner is the #1 running back in the NFL in points per game over the last 2 years when Kyler Murray's out?
Damn.
I did know that.
I feel like I only knew that
Hills
because you
brought
tweeted
up to
it,
me.
didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you tweeted that too?
Yeah.
Maybe I did hear it from you, and I'm just getting my sources confused. But
Yeah, I foam at the mouth talking about it every time someone lets me on a stream.
He's going very late in drafts.
Yeah. And his only competition is Keontae Ingram.
That's
I think
not
he's the running back
competition.
too.
He's got no competition. Let's be real.
But that's kind of why you don't need to take these running backs early, because if you can get James Conner and then, like, I don't know, Brian Robinson, like those two guys are going to get a bunch of touches between the two of them.
I mean,
and you
who
can
else
get
is
them in
going around here?
rounds.
I love David
7 and 9.
Montgomery in this range.
Yeah, David Montgomery, another guy. You can throw him in the running back 2 slot.
You can get Dalvin Cook late. Like
No.
we said, we love Dalvin. He's slow.
What do the comments say?
Sexy. Oh, I didn't take that down. My B.
Blake, no. I will never trade you Bijan.
Please watch your profanity. Hey, boys, I appreciate the recommendation to Nick. I don't know what that is. This is. Oh, I know who this is.
It's Jameson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says it right. He said it right below.
Oh, there we go. What's up, Jameson? Didn't know what
you
were
won't
talking
see
about
me
at first.
Coming to the wedding?
Yeah, Jameson, you're invited to the wedding.
It's an invite.
All right, one pick away. The tight end stank. Not going with the tight end.
We also need a quarterback.
Here. I'm down to wait on quarterback a little bit.
You can wait.
I'm down to like pass up this tier here. I really like these guys, but you go a tier below: Kirk Cousins, Daniel Jones, Geno Smith.
Ooh,
I like that.
I like it. So I'm gonna wait on him. However, I could use another wide receiver.
I agree. Which one though? Honestly, of all these guys, I feel like I'd want Jameson Williams the most.
Really?
Even though he's going to be out 6 weeks.
I think I have Zay Flowers on top.
You
do too? You like Zay Flowers?
I don't know. I see what Sexy's saying, but I'd rather Zay Flowers for 17 than Jameson Williams for 11.
I think
I don't know.
too.
I like the Jameson Williams pick though. I could go either way.
I don't know. I just feel like the upside.
What's his
Jameson on a week-to-week basis?
Like, where's the best finish you see Jameson Williams having
like on the season?
Yeah.
From like week 6 on.
Yeah, could he finish as like a top 24 wide receiver with
probably not in 11 games? No.
Nah.
It's more so about like the upside in 1 week.
Yeah.
Like he's just going to be a deep play guy. He's going to win you a few weeks.
Yep.
That's fair. That's a good point.
I agree with that.
But Zay Flowers, he might not win you any weeks.
All right, hit the reverse button. Who is this? Who's this person right here? Give me Jameson Williams. Trade.
We need to make a trade.
Send offers. All right, what we got? What we got going on in the chat here?
Kelsey. Now we start to care.
In a start seven, would you give up Jacobs, Hollywood, and Pittman for Chase in a late
start
second?
7? That's so little.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Like you start 7
players.
Just like flex? Like start 7 flexes?
No, like there's probably like quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end, flex, maybe super flex,
and maybe like
or maybe a defense or some shit.
How do you know it's not start 7 running backs, start 7 wide receivers, start 7 tight ends, start 7 quarterbacks, 7 kickers, 7 defenses?
Maybe we don't know. Either way,
7 by 7.
Take Chase there for sure. Like Jacobs in Dynasty is worth significantly less, and the rest you get on that is not close to making up for it.
I like Hollywood and Pittman. Not this year though.
Yeah.
If they had good quarterback play, I'd be all in on the Jacobs side, but
Josh, did you reach on the stack of Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson? What pick are you, my guy? You guys see where you got?
I don't even know which player this is.
Oh, Deshaun Watson went here in the 4th, and then Amari Cooper went one round above that in the 3rd. Amari Cooper in the 3rd, Watson in the 4th. Too early picks.
I mean, you took Watson ahead of Justin Fields. That feels a little high.
Yeah.
And ahead of Joe Burrow too.
I like the thought process, but
you definitely could have waited until round 5.
Yeah, I think you could have got it with the Christian Kirk pick.
Yeah.
And what about Jerry Jeudy instead?
Yeah.
Wide receiver wise, do you agree with taking Amari Cooper over Ridley, Metcalf, Williams? I think I would.
Yeah, I
would.
think so. I think I would too.
It'd
That's
be
probably
between
exactly.
him and Ridley for me.
I would
but-
rather have Amari Cooper than Keenan Allen too.
No, I would take Cooper.
Wait, why didn't we take Amari Cooper instead
did.
of Keenan Allen? Oh wait, no, we couldn't have.
We took Jalen Waddle. That's why.
Okay, so then never mind. Jordan Love still on the board is criminal. I feel like it's not.
I'm so conflicted on Jordan Love. I want to think he's good because it feels like the Packers think he's good,
Yeah.
but the small sample size we saw from him last year was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just because the Packers have been historically good at creating good quarterbacks. I want to believe in Jordan Love.
But that, I agree, but that shouldn't be the reason why we like Jordan Love.
Yeah,
because it's like, oh, the Packers know what they're doing. But
if you take Aaron Jones out of the question, who is the second best receiver on the Packers, tight end or wide receiver outside of Christian Watson? Like that's where I struggle. Romeo Dobbs,
yeah, it has to
Luke
be,
Musgrave.
I guess.
Like I
but
just
then
like,
but that's like taking out you're taking out Aaron Jones and Christian Watson.
Yeah,
This scenario.
okay,
so like,
sorry, who's
it's
the
their
third? Who's
it's
the
their
third,
third
option? You're
option.
right. Good point.
but
So-
like their 1-2 option isn't phenomenal either.
Yeah, it's not. But it's not like horrible. It's not like they're the Patriots receiving options or something.
Shit. Okay, we're next. Look alive, boys. Look alive. We're
Ooh,
next.
We could take Dak Prescott here.
I'm gonna wait on it because we have another pick coming up. Because tight end. Tight end.
I don't
though?
mind
I
David
wrote
and
that.
Joke. Oh, we do have Travis Kelce though.
I like
Oh,
Antonio.
wait. Yeah, no tight end. No
I
tight
like
end.
Antonio Gibson here. I don't know. There's one.
Yo, do you see that report come out today?
No.
That's every year. Every
What?
year
Every year, though,
we get the
this could be the
same
year.
Antonio Gibson reports. Like Antonio Gibson, the next Christian McCaffrey. Antonio Gibson making people miss in training camp. Like it's all the same every single year, and he's just the same player.
Antonio Gibson
I
making
don't
people
know.
miss in their fantasy drafts.
JD McKissick's run over like 50% of their pass routes like the last 3 years straight. Like Gibson is gonna take almost all of that, I think.
Who else do they have? They've got him and Brian Robinson.
Well, boys, I
And
already
that's-
made
Chris
the
and
mistake.
Rodriguez.
Chris Rodriguez is a power back. He's not a pass catcher. Neither is
Okay.
Brian Robinson.
So maybe he'll get more involved in the passing game.
But like Gibson's worst finish is the running back 27 in his career.
His
His worst
worst
finish.
finish.
Worst.
You know what his best is?
12, 13, and 27. Those are his 3 finishes.
So more often than not, he's been RB1, borderline RB1.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. That's why we have you around. That's why we're here.
Hey.
The positivity coming out of you is what we need to replace the negativity that's normally coming out of
Is
Nick.
this where
Ooh,
we
Aaron
take-
Rodgers.
I don't want Aaron Rodgers. Don't want a quarterback.
Why not?
Lazard?
No.
Give me,
Why
give
wouldn't
me
you
a-
want a quarterback?
boys,
here?
boys, receivers.
No, not
Give me a receiver.
Lazard.
What do you mean not Lazard? He's the wide receiver.
Scroll down.
What do you mean? Scroll down? I don't have much time. Don't have much time.
Nico Collins.
I'd rather
I'm
take
just
the
kidding.
quarterback.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
would
not
also-
happening. All right. I'm taking Rashad Penny. Fuck you
Oh
guys.
my gosh.
I love
This is
Rashad Penny.
insane.
That was probably not the
What do-
right move.
What do you
but
think
I
of the
don't-
reports that he might get cut?
He's not going to get cut.
He's gonna get cut.
He's not going to get cut.
I don't think
The
he will
Eagles
either.
use a committee all the time.
They have.
They
a committee.
probably love Rashad Penny.
They definitely have him below Kenny Gainwell, DeAndre Swift,
no.
and Boston Scott.
No.
Yeah.
Kenny Gainwell. I'm above Kenny Gainwell on the depth chart. God damn.
They love Boston Scott though.
They
on
like
that
Boston
team.
Scott, but I think Penny is just the better Boston Scott.
Yeah, they're gonna cut Rashad Penny and bring back like Jordan Howard to
Maybe.
pick up some care. No, I'm with you. I think Penny should be awesome, but just how he's recovered from that offseason surgery,
He'll be good for 4 games,
Right.
and then he'll get
That's
hurt, and
all
he'll
we
be
need
done.
him.
Why would we
Yeah.
need him in the first 4 weeks?
we need him in the last 4.
Yeah,
Let him get
I've-
cut. They'll
I've
bring him
seen-
back after
yeah.
someone goes down.
After DeAndre Swift gets hurt,
Oh,
then they'll bring
jeez.
Penny back.
They're saying what you got sources? They're saying Penny might get parked on IR. Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen.
I
well,
He's always hurt.
Look, I've seen enough No More Parties videos to know that Rashad Penny is a phenomenal running back and just needs a chance.
Somebody said passing on Kincaid is a joke. We have Travis Kelce.
This is why we drafted Travis Kelce. So we literally don't have to ever discuss tight ends again for all of our drafts for the rest of eternity. Right? Next draft, I'm going to be like, doesn't matter. Because last week I took Travis Kelce in the first. Oh, damn. That was our back-to-back pick. I thought we had another one coming.
No,
up.
we remember that was the reason you passed on quarterback the first time.
It's fine. It's fine. We're still in this. We're in this. All right. Don't talk about quarterbacks that we like. People are going to steal.
Passing on Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes, no, fuck that guy. He's so bad.
What do you think? Pretty top 10 last year. I mean,
I
I
don't
know.
care.
I'm not a Danny
It was
Dimes
just
guy.
like such a like outlier year for him to get that many rushing yards. I will bet anything that he gets significantly less.
What do you think? But like, what do you say to the people that are like, they added Darren Waller, Wan'Dale Robinson will be back, Chris Sterling Shepard will be back. They're both coming off huge injuries, but
yeah, I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson tore his ACL late in the season last year, and Darren Waller is 31, and he has been injured each of the past 2 or 3 seasons. Sterling Shepard is
also been injured 2 of the last 3
and
seasons.
like he's not even good. You might as well have just signed somebody off the street.
Thank you. Why are you hating on Vanilla Vic?
Because he's not a good quarterback. He's horrible.
So why do you have to hate on him? Because he's bad.
What if Saquon holds out?
Dude, that'll be hilarious. Could the Giants be a sneaky, terrible team next year? Like they were sneaky good last year, and I feel like they won a lot of close games. Could the script flipped and they just be like a surprisingly horrible team?
I wouldn't even be surprising.
I can see it. I'm a Brian Dable believer, but
me too. And I think a lot of people are, and I think people believe in Danny Dimes as like the guy who just keeps progressing. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Giants fucking suck. Eric Gray, the Mountain,
the one and only Eric Gray, the good vibes, the locker room king,
a locker room guy.
What do you guys think of all these running backs who got tagged has the highest chance of actually holding out?
You got to remind me who got tagged. It was Saquon.
Saquon, Josh Jacobs. I think there was one more, wasn't there? Or was it only those 2?
I think only those 2 are left.
Ooh, okay, real quick.
I just feel like I keep seeing all this.
Eckler was the one that had like the issues, but he's going
out. Yeah. Like I just feel like I keep seeing these things about these running backs wanting to hold out to try and increase the running back market or whatever.
Josh Jacobs. There was something else that was different than Saquon. Saquon just more wants the respect. Josh Jacobs is like, I'm trying to make a difference for the running back position.
Yeah.
Something about that.
He's doing it for his brothers.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell works so well for him.
Yep. Love the Rodgers pick here. Glad he fell back to us. That pick worked out.
Yeah, thank God. I was looking at the other quarterbacks. I had my eye on like the Jared Goff and who's going right by him. I'm blanking on Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins. Those are my 2 targets in every single draft. I love taking them as late as they go.
They went before Rodgers?
Yeah, they went before Rodgers, which is kind of surprising.
Why is Rodgers falling?
I don't know. It was just an underwhelming season for Rodgers last year.
Do we hammer another quarterback here, or where do we need the most?
I don't think you ever hammer Russell Wilson at this point.
That's a good point. Hammering and Russell Wilson don't belong in the same sentence anymore.
Nah. If you can go back in time, if you can trade Russell Wilson back to the Seahawks and trade like 3 years with it,
we're probably, unless we take like, these are all like handcuff running backs.
Scroll down a little bit, maybe.
I don't think we take another running back. We have 4 receivers.
I'm a Nico Collins believer.
Yeah?
Big time. Why?
You probably have stats for it. I believe you. I don't believe, like, I shouldn't believe you. I should believe you, but I don't believe you.
Yeah, the only problem is just like the history of rookie QBs with wide receivers is not as promising, but like,
so then you're saying Dalton Schultz.
He's going later than how he finished last year, and he's averaged like a 25% target share when Brandon Cooks is not on the field. All he has to compete with are Robert Woods, John Mechie, Dalton Schultz, and he increased his target rate from like 13% to 20% in year 2. It's been ridiculous without Brandon Cooks. He's going lower than 10 spots lower than he finished last year. You're not drafting someone to be the wide receiver 52, but I'm just saying like, he's going to be the clear number 1 target. And in reception perception, grading how he did against man, zone, and press coverage, he made big improvements from year 1 to year 2.
All right.
Definitely don't hate him.
Matt Harmon said he profiles as an ex-wide receiver in the NFL. Doesn't mean he's good, but
he profiles as an NFL player.
Improved a lot year 1 to year 2. Clear number 1 option. How many number 1 target players can you get this late in your draft? Besides maybe Adam Thielen.
0.
Yeah.
Not including Nico Collins, 0. But, you're our guest, so we'll go with it. I respect it. I respect the grind and the hustle of trying to make Nico Collins work. Feels like you're working harder to make Nico Collins work more than Nico Collins is working to make him work.
They're paying me. Lovey Smith and me had coffee this morning, and he's paying me under the table to push up Nico Collins' value in drafts.
Some people commented on some running backs that I think will not, or like might hold out So a lot of people saying Pollard. Oh yeah, Pollard
Pollard
also got tagged. That
I
was
feel
the
like
third one.
Pollard, if you're Pollard, like you're finally getting your chance to be the guy in the backfield. Like, is now the time you really want to hold out?
Might have all the leverage.
I don't think he does though.
I mean, yeah, running backs never
like
do.
The Cowboys have never relied on him to be the guy. So it's like, what are we losing by losing you?
Yeah.
If we have to.
Are the Cowboys, in your opinion, are the Cowboys afraid to pay a running back again after how much they're losing out on Zeke at this point?
They can't be like excited about the idea.
Or do you
I think they regretted paying
Yeah.
Zeke as soon as they did. But what players will I never draft ever again? That's tough. I got to look at the board real quick because I feel like when I see them and they're like I'm close to their ADP, they pop in my mind. But trying to think,
I'm
of it
probably
on the
never
spot.
drafting Adrian Peterson again. If I'm honest.
That's close. If AP signs somewhere, AP signs with the Bears. You're not drafting AP?
No.
That's a lie. I know that's a lie. I'm probably not drafting. Mike Evans is standing out to me. I'll definitely
Really?
draft. I'll definitely draft Mike Evans. But I told myself I was never drafting Mike Evans like last year, and then he kind of proved me right. But then in the biggest moments, like in championship week, he proved me so wrong that I'm back in.
Yeah. I think Michael Pittman's the person for me this year.
Michael Pittman burned me so bad.
If they get like a good quarterback next year that's accurate, if they get Caleb Williams, I'm in on Pittman. I think Pittman's awesome.
Michael Pittman?
If the Colts draft Caleb Williams.
You think the Colts are going to draft another quarterback?
Oh, sorry. They're not just. Excuse me.
I mean, if they are the first overall,
Sorry, I was just like, if they
Kid
get
does not know ball.
if they get a more accurate quarterback,
But like
Anthony Richardson is not the answer for a passing perspective this year.
what if the Colts do somehow get the first overall pick? Like, would you pass on Caleb Williams?
That is
Obviously they would trade the pick,
But
but
if they had the number one pick, was Anthony Richardson even playing?
maybe he was and he was bad.
I just don't feel like that's a possibility.
I mean, look at the Cardinals with Josh Rosen like a few years ago.
Are you comparing Anthony
No, I'm not.
Richardson
I'm saying it could
to
happen.
Josh
though.
that sounds like a comp to me.
No, I'm saying it
sounds
I'm
like a
saying it
bona
could
fide comp.
happen. If the quarterback plays poorly enough and you've got this generational quarterback available.
Oh, like what they did with Kyler Murray?
Here's the problem. I'll tell you what the issue is after this draft pick because we got to make a pick real quick. Wide receiver. Who do we like?
Don't mind Taekwon.
I'll cue him up.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm not, but we'll do it. Matthew Stafford.
Can we scroll down a little bit for Rashid Shaheed?
Love him. I don't care.
Big Shaheed guy.
Big Shaheed guy. Okay, here's the problem with the Colts taking another quarterback. If they end up with a number one pick and it was because of Anthony Richardson, you're in so much trouble as a coaching staff. I think you're admitting that this was a failed project so quickly that like it almost feels like you put yourself on the hot seat. I think as a coaching staff, you'd almost rather just blame it on other things, right? Like the quarterback that we took last year at number 3, 4, whatever he went isn't the problem, right? It's the fact that we have no defense. We have no offensive weapons, right? It's because my ex-wife is. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
What just happened?
Oh, I just whacked it. Are we good? Are we back? Did we even leave?
I don't know.
Guys, tell me we're here.
I think we're okay. Clock's still running.
Is it?
I think we're fine.
Okay. You know what I mean, though? You know what I'm trying to say?
I'm saying it, but at the same time, like for them, like if they're gonna be like Caleb Williams is the guy, like we have our Lord.
If you have this like this guy who you're unsure of if he's gonna be the face of the franchise, or you can pick this generational prospect, even better than Trevor Lawrence was. Like, how do you pass that up?
Because you would have to admit
so
you messed up. I don't know. I think it was easier for the Cardinals because Cliff Kingsbury's coming in there being like Josh Rosen wasn't my quarterback.
Yep.
So then if you're the GM of the Colts, you're like, what would you do in that case?
Let me think about it. I got to take a wide receiver first as the GM of this draft. Oh, we didn't take Taekwon last time. We could take him in here.
Take him here.
Yeah. Easy pick.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
It's one of those things where I feel like it makes perfect sense to admit you're wrong, move on, take the generational talent, but I just don't think that's how all NFL teams operate.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's just like so damn good. If you're a GM and you pass that up, like then you are on the hot seat for passing on Caleb Williams.
I think the only other thing though that was not getting consideration in this though is like if the coaching staff is still like not fired when the NFL draft comes, they're not going to pick a quarterback and be like, you're fired now. Like they're not going to fire our coaching staff after the NFL draft.
Yeah.
So like if they're still there, they're still there. It won't matter if they take Caleb Williams or not.
Maybe.
I'm not saying they're going to do it. They're probably not going to finish last. Someone will be worse than they will.
I just feel like any of the teams that drafted a quarterback in the first round, even like the Panthers, the Texans, well, the Texans lost their first round pick, so it can't be them. But even if the Panthers finish last and they get the first overall pick, they have to take Caleb Williams.
What about the Cardinals?
Okay, the Jaguars just did this with Trevor Lawrence. They draft Trevor Lawrence. Urban Meyer was a disaster. They have the number 1 pick.
Well, that was different because there was no good quarterbacks in that class. There wasn't a generational quarterback.
Kenny
It was Kenny Pickett. You're not going to take Kenny Pickett over Trevor Lawrence.
That is true. But even then, if you're
But the Bears just had it. They just had the number 1 pick.
Okay, there we go.
And they traded it.
Yeah, right? Like that coaching staff is not being like Justin Fields.
But Justin Fields was
okay. So let's say Caleb Williams was in this draft class, and you're the Bears. Are you moving on from Justin Fields?
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
You have to. It's like this guy's being compared to Mahomes. Look at what Mahomes did for the Chiefs.
I'm pretty sure Baker Mayfield got comped to Mahomes for no good reason.
I think I actually, if I was an NFL franchise choosing myself, I would probably go with Caleb Williams and trade Justin Fields for a big package. But I'm with you where I don't think they would do that because Justin Fields proved enough last year that it would just leave such a bad taste by drafting a new quarterback after Justin Fields had a solid year.
And like think of what you're doing where you're trading like the known asset of Justin Fields for another crack at it where like, aren't you hoping this guy can be like kind of Justin, like obviously his upside is more, but like, I don't know. Just feels too greedy. Bryce Young is safe. Safe at what?
You're
safe
never
at getting
safe.
the number 1 pick?
Yeah.
Colts would tank for Marvin Harrison Jr. if A-Rich is still bad. I mean, yeah, that's another incredible prospect that's going to be available.
That would be so sick to see to see a Harrison Jr. as a Colt.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
And then they draft Arch Manning in 2025.
Yo, the Colts just wash.
That's hilarious.
They're like repeat the Manning Harrison.
They're like, play that back. Yo, that was a dope song. It's safe for a year. For one, I mean, obviously, for this one upcoming next year, he's safe. All right. What?
Look at the comment after that. What? No, before that.
Chicago.
If Chicago is one again this year, they're definitely taking Williams. I think so.
Yeah.
If they're one again,
that would be so concerning if the Bears ended up with the number 1 pick again.
Yeah.
But so if you're the owner of the Bears, though, let's say it was literally a repeat of last year where Justin Fields still showed some promise. There's a little bit of question marks, but you end up with the number 1 pick. Do you take Caleb Williams or do you just like blame it on the coaching staff, which probably is the root of your problem?
I think you got to take Caleb Williams.
So you're just starting it all over. Oh,
around the clock.
Okay. Wide receiver. Still need more.
Isaiah Hodgins. Love that guy.
Like it. Don't even think about it. Not even looking at other options. Bang.
Great pick.
What do we have?
We need another
8 wide receivers.
Too. Yeah, definitely need a QB.
Yeah, we need a QB and we need at least one more tight end.
Brock Purdy.
We don't need a tight end. I'm down to just take a 0 on a bye week.
Really? That's
for who? Like who
that seems unnecessary.
When you have the opportunity to draft Nick Westbrook-Akini, you do it.
I'd rather just take Eric Gray and call it a day.
Yo, Eric Gray came up so many times on our trivia today. If you don't already know, we started a new channel where we're firing off trivias that gain a little bit of popularity on our TikTok. So if you follow us on TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, link is down below in the description. Make sure you go check out that channel. We would really, 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 really appreciate a sub. Maybe a few likes on some videos we posted. Sexy P works his arse off on them videos. So show some love for the Canadian. He just got married. He's getting deported. He's going through a lot right now. All right. So subscribe, like, share with your mothers. Yeah, maybe sexy people stay in America. You never know. You never
If
know.
enough
what
of you
power
like
of a
the
like can
video.
do. You never know.
Maybe
what
I'll
the power
stay.
of a like
U.S.
can do.
government sets it at 100,000 likes.
100K likes and we'll keep sexy in America. Yo, we should get that going. All right, real quickly. CJ Stroud or Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
Damn.
Gotta take Pickett over the rookie.
Damn, son. I really wanted to go CJ Stroud.
Really? Why?
I think he's underrated.
As,
Seems
a,
like
as a
people-
rookie, though?
Yeah, it seems like people are putting him in a class below Richardson and Young.
Well, Young just went. He went literally one pick before.
Right, but when I said him or Pickett, you guys were like resoundingly Kenny Pickett.
If it was Pickett or Young, I'd still say Pickett.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, that's fair. I don't
But
know if I
A-Rich,
would
though,
actually do
A-Rich
that.
has the upside because of the rushing.
Right.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett just might be the most unsexy quarterback in the NFL right now.
Maybe, yeah. I
Which
just
maybe
think
makes him
he's got more
disrespected.
potential to make that leap
You're saying
than
KP
either of these
2K
rookies.
is you're saying
Two
that
glove 2K KP. KP, the two glove god.
yeah.
Another trivia reference.
Kenny Two Gloves. Come on. I don't know. I think that he's
Let's go back to
got
comments.
some sex. Pittsburgh quarterback playing in Pittsburgh. Still not a sexy fantasy pick though.
Yo, welcome.
What up, Tafe?
Thank God you made it. We've been waiting here for you.
Real Jim Shady's Kyler thing.
Bears
I
give a
think,
haul for
like,
the first
going back
pick.
to the players we're never going to draft this year, Kyler Murray's that guy for me. Like, I don't
Why?
care what round you're in. Even in Superflex, it feels like he's not going to start this. Like, he's going to start the season on PUP. And then this team is so bad that they're going to be 1-7 by week 9. And Kyler Murray's still not going to be 100%. He's recovering from this ACL. The team's not going to want to put him out there because they're so bad. He's not even able to run the ball at all, and that's all he can do for fantasy point wise.
Whoa. Come on. He's had his lowest points per game season is like 20.
Yeah, running the ball. Because he can run the ball. If he can't do that, which I doubt he'll be able to do on a torn ACL, who's he going to throw the ball to? Hollywood Brown and Rondell Moore?
In the last round of your drafts, I would rather bet on like half a season of Kyler Murray. He's like 5'8" Jamison Williams.
I don't know.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking about that.
I'm gonna take this comment and rip a Nick Barr right here. You don't draft. Oh fuck! I almost fucked it up. You don't find injuries because injuries will find you.
True.
That's why you don't take Kyler Murray.
Never
But I
take
do kind of
Kyler.
think Kyler Murray's in a similar situation that Deshaun Watson was in last year. Obviously, different
And
reasons
yeah,
why
that
they were
didn't
out.
work out well for Deshaun.
I'm agreeing with you. I agree.
Deshaun missed like the first 12 games this season or 10 games.
And he wasn't even hurt.
But that's right.
Oh,
Like
okay,
he's coming
fair,
back
fair.
healthy, and it's like
Yep.
you still don't want him.
And his weapons are not the greatest.
The
Right.
Cardinals are just going to be so bad too. They might just be like, we want the first overall pick. Let's hold Kyler out.
Yep.
Let's not
Because they
clear him.
have the Texans pick and their own pick. They could have like two. They get the top 2 picks in the draft.
Yeah.
Not likely, but
That's actually crazy that the Cardinals most likely will have the first overall pick again and will take another quarterback. Like the third time they've taken a quarterback top 10 in the past 5 years or
The
something.
weird part is that the second time around, it didn't necessarily like not work.
wait,
Yeah.
what do you do with Kyler's contract though? I know we keep talking about the number 1 pick, but if the Cardinals end up with number 1 via Texans or themselves,
You can.
Kyler has a $50 million a year deal. Do you
Someone
trade
will
him?
eat it.
Someone will eat it. You're
Someone
right.
will eat it. Someone will be desperate. Be a little
Bears?
quarterback home.
Justin
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Fields?
I think you can get a
joking.
good return for him, even with that contract.
I think it's going to be underwhelming because of the contract, but like there are teams that will definitely take Kyler.
Yeah.
I think there are teams that will sign up for Kyler right now injured.
like I think a team will give up multiple firsts for him.
Commanders feel much like a team that would take him.
That is a great point.
What about this? Pierre Strong ADP rising question mark. I bring that up because I'm in a dynasty league, and I traded him. I had Pierre Strong. I just dished him for a 4th round pick. I was trying to get anything from him because I was running out of bench room spots.
You're on the clock, by the way.
Damn, thank you. But as soon as I traded him away, I was kind of regretting it. I was like, is this dude James White? Or is that overstating it?
I mean,
Uh,
I'm gonna take Dell here.
damn, Dell. I think you should take a quarterback.
Another one?
Yeah.
We could also use a tight end. Give me a tight end. Give me a tight end.
No Fant or Jelani Woods.
Fant
I
God.
like Fant. We should probably go quarterback because if Kenny Pickett's the QB2, I don't know. We only have 5 running backs. We might
That's not that bad.
feels like enough.
Five is a good amount.
We also,
Especially
they're also
good.
like
With
highly
Rashad
drafted running
Penny?
backs. Dude, Rashad Penny as our RB5. We're chilling.
That's solid. You only need to start 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going with that. We have a lot of wide receivers to pick up the
We have
flex
8.
spots.
Yeah.
I think we're actually good on wide receiver, running back. Five running backs, 8 wide receivers is usually the breakdown that I'll have at the end of the draft. And then the rest going to quarterback, tight end, kind of depends on how highly I drafted them.
So we
like
go,
here.
do we go QB then?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, because I mean, how many weeks is a streaming tight end going to outscore Kelsey?
Yep.
That's my thought
many.
process. So
Never.
All right. What were we talking about before? Something about a number 1 pick.
Well, Kyler, the Cardinals end up with number 1. Someone will eat it. Where does he go?
I feel like there's just whatever team it like either it could be the Raiders, could be I don't know, I guess not the Saints. There's gonna be like a few teams every year where they just don't have anybody at quarterback and they want more of a sure thing than a rookie. So they'll give up multiple first round picks for him. No reason the Cardinals shouldn't take that if they're gonna get Caleb Williams.
I think this last pick should be Desmond Ridder or Baker Mayfield.
I was looking at Baker Mayfield. I'm gonna take Desmond Ridder, and here's my thought about Baker Mayfield. I had this the other day. Okay, remember last year we've done this comp before where we compared this year's Bucks to last year's Seahawks, where everybody feels off of Mike Evans, off of Chris Godwin because we're like we don't know what's good with the quarterback situation. Same with last year, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. They were so gross in drafts because we didn't know the quarterback situation. We thought it was going to be Drew Lock because they traded for him. And it was like Drew Lock just had the better pedigree. Geno Smith was down and out for years, right? Last year's Drew Lock feels like this year's Baker Mayfield, where he's the presumed starter, but maybe it's Kyle Trask, the unseen, the unproven guy who comes in and kind of makes his offense a little nice with Mike Evans, with Chris Godwin,
and
with those two.
Do you know who the offensive coordinator is? He just came over from Seattle.
No. I didn't know that.
I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure he came from Seattle. I'm pretty sure he's the QB's coach. His name's Dave Canals.
Stars are aligning.
Yeah.
The cosmo in the universe is telling me I'm right. I'm so right about this. I've never been more right in my life.
Yeah, from Seattle. He knows. He said, I know Geno.
Dude, I'm all in on Kyle Trask. Yeah. And I'm back in on Mike Evans, even though we're arch rivals. And Chris Godwin's cool.
Rashad White, running back one. No.
The problem with Rashad White is he had so much work last year and was like pretty inefficient.
Yeah.
Like the dude was, when Leonard Fournette went down, like the dude became the workhorse and was still like an RB2.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hit me with some facts. Back me up with some facts here.
Yeah,
I spit narratives. You hit me with facts to back me up. I ain't got facts.
His efficiencies weren't great. In college, like I loved him. Like he was one of the only players ever to lead his team in rushing and receiving. Like his final year in college, like he had like one of the best receiving profiles.
Okay, now your stats are going
ever
against
for
my
a running
narrative.
back. But last year he was extremely inefficient as a pass catcher, as a runner. Like he was average to below average in pretty much everything. So I was a Rashad White guy, but
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I was a fraud.
Yeah, Rashad White
until now.
Exactly.
Do we have another pick or are we done?
No, that's it.
Oh, we're done.
What are the comments saying?
Great draft, guys. Great draft. How bad is Texas team? Let's do a little team review here. Tex is sitting at
kind of a little to the right.
Middle, yeah.
One more.
Oh, okay, here we go. Can I highlight it?
Probably not.
Okay. Anyway, started off with Stephon Diggs, then went with Josh Allen.
Buffalo
That's a good stack.
Duo.
Kind of a little early for a quarterback there at 17. Might have reached for the stack, but you got it either way. Breece Hall,
love it.
Should have a nice bounce back. Jerry Jeudy, that's sad.
Love it.
What?
No,
brother.
Let me ask you a question. One question: is 12 games out of 17 a solid sample size? His 12 healthy games last year, wide receiver 13 in points per game.
It's hard to argue with that one stat, but what about
that's 12 games?
What about the 5 other games?
Those were all games that he like was injured in, or like the game coming off, like the ankle injury he was dealing with.
I just don't want to.
Interesting. I'm not a big fan of this team. I don't know. A lot of the players aren't speaking to me.
I like your team, Tex.
It feels like you got Jameson Williams at a really good price. But then these guys above it, I'm just not sure about.
Yeah.
Jared Goff, like I said, love Jared Goff. Jalen Warren, we like him.
Sam Laporta, I like.
Yeah.
Dustin, I don't know. Everything
I
except
feel like he did well in the late rounds.
Gabe Davis is the only pick. I get the stack. That's the only pick that I really don't. I like his team.
That makes one of us. Judy is mid. I could not agree more. He just feels like the most mid.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like
I'm willing
it doesn't
to
feel like the good route runner he was. Even Matt Harmon came out with the perception, and Jerry Judy wasn't great in it.
He wasn't fantastic, but percentages aside, though, he wasn't that far off from everybody else.
Okay. What about the 101 here? We got Justin Jefferson, the easy pick, followed with Derrick Henry, Stevenson. Pretty nice running back duo.
Absolutely.
Mike Williams, Justin Fields, Mike Evans, Higgins.
That was like the all or nothing. It's the hero wide receiver.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, hero wide
Fuck
receiver.
your
That
team.
scares me a little
Definitely
bit.
how we went with it. But Fields and Kirk Cousins.
And is his running back 3 and 4 Dylan and Singletary?
Everyone is so down on Dylan. I feel bad for him because it feels like last year
friend of the show.
he was a friend of the show, and it feels like last year he was everyone's like sleeper, everyone's breakout. Like it's his time to take over the backfield, and then he didn't. And now everyone's off of him.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And it feels like people have a burning hatred for AJ Dillon. It's not just like, oh, he let us down. It's like, no, he actually sucks.
Yeah, he just was not consistent, but he finished as the running back 23 last year somehow. I don't know how.
Just
Felt like he
based
was
off
so
volume.
just based off of like getting probably like 8 points every single game, but never having any big spike weeks.
All right. Last team review here. Number 12. Started off with, did I say Garrett Wilson?
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson. Is that really where he's going? End of the first?
Makes sense.
Okay. I won't hate on it. Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Lamar Jackson, Christian Watson. So it's a cool wide receiver trio you got there with Lamar mixed in.
Like
Your
the
running
value
backs
on
then move
Damon
on to
Pierce.
Sanders and Damian Pierce. David Montgomery, really like him. Brandon Cooks, not a bad pick. You need some old vets. Pump up your locker room.
I kind of like that team.
Lamar,
solid
Dak,
team.
and Njoku. It doesn't feel like there's too many weaknesses.
Yeah,
Feels
maybe
like
tight end's a little bit of a weakness, but
I'm scared of the running backs. Okay, can I throw one last just like absurd stat?
Do it. We got all day. These people
so
aren't going nowhere.
Miles Sanders and Damian Pierce, they should have two quarterbacks that are starting week 1 on those teams. Over the last decade, there has been one running back to finish inside the top 24 with teams that started a rookie QB week 1. That's someone posted today from Fantasy Footballers.
There's only been
Doug Martin was the last one to finish inside the top 24 for a team that started a rookie quarterback like week 1.
Was it Doug? It was Doug Martin and
Doug
who?
Martin. That's it.
Oh, it's just one.
That's it.
I thought you said 2.
10 years.
Damn.
So you're saying if the Panthers and the Texans don't start CJ Stroud and Bryce Young week 1, then Miles Sanders and Damian Pierce are going to go off.
But it could also be a skewed stat because I don't know how many rookie quarterbacks started week 1.
Yeah, I feel like it's not too many. It feels like that's a more common thing recently.
Starting rookie quarterbacks, or
week 1.
But even if there's been like 10, like there's got to be at least 10 over 10 years that were rookie quarterbacks that started week 1. That's one per year.
yeah. Either way, the odds are just not in
it's
your
not
favor.
good. Doesn't mean I like Miles Sanders. I like Damian Pierce. Just the stat that people put out there. Just keep in mind in your drafts. Not saying don't draft them. Just be wary.
I just saw the word loin and threw it up there. Loin isn't projected for many points.
Loin team.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Unless you got another surprise stat. Hit us with one last stat. One stat that you found interesting, and then people will go follow you on Twitter. It's linked down below. But this is the stat that's gonna make people hit the follow button.
Okay, Garrett Wilson was a wide receiver 8 pace in games with Mike White and Joe Flacco. Wide receiver 40 pace in 9 games with Zach Wilson.
Ooh.
That's a stat. That's a stat that makes that pick, Garrett Wilson, 12th overall, very much worth it.
Yeah, it is.
Alex, thank you so much for being here, replacing Nick. It was a nice,
improvement,
refreshing,
on time.
Yeah.
Great not having Nick slowing us down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're actually 6'5" for the people at home that can't tell just based off the loin looks, but like Nick likes to like about being 6'5". So we got a guy who's actually 6'5". How about them loins, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you sign up for Underdog. Get yourself a 100% deposit match bonus when you use code DARNS. Join the Discord so you can get in these drafts in the future. And I think that's it. I'm probably forgetting a lot of things, but we're out of here.
Peace.